Alright. Grant, you are awesome, man. You are on the ball. Alright. Can you not hear me? No, you can hear me. I can see the thing going wing wing. Alright. Tonight's story time is called Fortune Cookies. We Are Pregnant was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites. Fortune Cookies. Your lucky numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are pretty lucky right out of the gate. Fortune number 2. You will die in a hilarious way. Fortune number 3. Does advertising in fortune cookies ever work? It just did. Call 555-1326 for more information. Fortune. Your mind is like a sponge, in the sense that it would come in handy when cleaning off a countertop or something like that. Fortune. It is easy to want what another man has. What is harder is to sneak into this house and take it without him seeing you. Fortune. We didn't know how else to tell you this, but none of us want to hang out with you anymore. Fortune. No one can step into the same river twice, especially if that man is an amputee. Fortune. Surprise, you just ate dog. Fortune. To the idiot, the world presents many more mysteries. Fortune. I know where you live, and I will see you tonight just after you fall asleep. Fortune cookie. If you were tiny, this could be a banner. Fortune cookie. Help! I am being held at the Chen warehouse. Please contact the authorities immediately. Fortune. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and keep your acquaintances somewhere between your friends and your enemies in terms of closeness. With strangers, approach it on a case-by-case basis, but if you want a general rule of thumb, I would say keep strangers slightly less close than your enemies or your friends. P.S. I guess you can now see why this fortune was in such a big cookie. Fortune cookie. Hey, it's Janice. I'm pregnant. Alright, one more. Should we pop 2 in for tonight? Phoenix, that's hilarious. Alright, we'll do one more tonight. A Christmas Carol. The deleted scene. Ebenezer Scrooge had been asleep for no more than a few minutes when a rapping sound began to echo in the recesses of his chambers. Scrooge did not hear the ruckus at first, but again it came, now louder, then closer, and louder still. A moment later, a spirit, glowing an unearthly white, floated eerily toward the foot of Scrooge's bed. Ebenezer Scrooge, bellowed the ghost. Scrooge opened his eyes and knew at once that this was not a dream. He sat up slowly and found before him a spirit who looked no taller than a boy, but reached almost to the ceiling as it floated. Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me? Asked Scrooge. I am, replied the ghost. But what name shall I call you? I am the ghost of Christmas Future Perfect. Scrooge stared at the ghost. I'm sorry, did you say the ghost of Christmas Future? No, Ebenezer. I said that I am the ghost of Christmas Future Perfect, replied the spirit in a most ominous tone. Now Scrooge, being a man of considerable education, knew immediately that this apparition was of a less common conjugation, one which enjoyed helping verbs of some sort. Still, he could not remember the tense's rudiments. I see, replied Ebenezer, trying to conceal his ignorance. The spirit moved closer. Do you know why I am here? Scrooge thought for a moment. To offer me, spirit, some glimpse of what is to come? The ghost hovered for a moment and peered at Ebenezer. No, that is incorrect. I am here, Ebenezer Scrooge, to show you what shall have happened to you on a Christmas that will have passed at some point in the future. Oh, yes, of course, replied Scrooge. The spirit continued. You shall see after certain future things have happened what will have become of you after that. Scrooge let out a sigh. He was confused. What does that mean, good spirit? Well, said the spirit, who was now starting to look uncomfortable. He had hoped Scrooge would not ask such a question, for the spirit himself was not quite certain of the tense's particulars. It means that I am going to show you it's not important right now, just come with me. And with that, he began to float in a more authoritative, ghoulish manner. Now follow me, he moaned. The ghost of Christmas Future Perfect, I fear what you will have shown me by the time we will have returned tonight. Scrooge replied, trying his best to show the spirit that he was grammatically savvy. We must make haste, said the spirit, wanting to just get going already and not dwell on the grammar. Scrooge put on his slippers and braced himself, and the ghost of Christmas Future Perfect guided him silently to the window. Where, ghost, are you taking me? We shall have seen soon enough, Ebenezer, whispered the ghost, and then the spirit stopped and started to check his pockets. Damn, said the ghost quietly to himself. I could swear I had my notes with me. Oh, spirit, tell me I shall not have been horrified by what I might discover, that I shall have been doing when... Just cool it for a second, all right? I can't find my notes, and this is a very complicated declension I have to deal with here. So just give me a sec, all right? The ghost shook his bright glowing head in frustration and then howled. I can't find my notes. They're not here. To try and wing this would be a huge mistake. I mean, we could end up in the conditional or present progressive, and that would be a total disaster. He paused, composed himself, and then said in a chilling tone, I shall have been back by the time you've seen your future. The spirit turned and left, cursing to himself. The last thing Scrooge heard was the spirit muttering, This is what I get for killing a French teacher, to himself. Confused and a little relieved, Scrooge went back to bed, and the ghost of Christmas Future Perfect never returned. Oh my god, that's one of my favorites! Oh my god, that was awesome! That was absolutely phenomenal. Orange, you made it! That's awesome. I'm so glad. That one was awesome. Noob, I'm glad you enjoyed your first story time. And welcome again to our clan of idiots. Glad to have you here. Alright guys, what do you say tomorrow we actually kick Sansa's ass? How about that? Oh, did I miss an explanation? Out of the 7.2 billion people on Earth, I think nobody is reading This Is a Book by Dimitri Martin with a dog sitting on their chair while licking their forehead while hanging out with 17 incredible people. While also having a microphone propped up in their vacuum cleaner. While doing ASMR. I think that about wraps up the specifics. Alright guys, that was such a wonderful night. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed every second of tonight. We will be back tomorrow at 9-ish. And I can't wait to see you guys. I will miss you all for the next 21 hours. I hate you all so much. I hate every fiber of you, every fiber of your beings. I'll miss you for the next 21 hours. I hate you all. Sunset heart hands. Have a good night. Good morning. As it may be. You guys are the best. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Good night, Abby, Grant, Orange, Cade, Noob, Abby. Noob, I'll be thinking of you, man. Ariana, Nick, Grant. Have a good night, guys. Phoenix, Abby, if I missed you, have a good night. Goodbye.